Hey everyone, Piano Man Chuck here. I am back again with the Korg Liano, and I say again because I did review this a while back. I believe it was January of 2023, and I gave it a great review because it was a great keyboard. Now, I have a little story to tell you. Now, last Friday, I had a procedure done with my oral surgeon. I had a back molar removed, extracted, and a bone graft put in, and an implant all at the same time. So 4 months later, I'm going to get a brand new tooth, a crown. But in the meantime, right after that, they told me no heavy lifting, no lifting, a bunch of other restrictions, but the main one was the lifting. And for me, that's a problem because just 2 days after that, on Sunday, I had a really important solo piano gig. And my keyboards are heavy. So there's no way I could cancel this. The money was too good and it was just too close to cancel it. I had to keep going. So what I did is I remembered how good the Liano was. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pull it off for this performance, for this gig, but I took this with me because it's only 13.2 pounds. 13.2 pounds is basically a godsend for a situation like this that I was in. I couldn't lift much of anything else, but 13.2 pounds, I mean, I can carry this under one arm. And again, if you put this in a case, that case is going to add weight to it and you keep building up. So basically, I took this keyboard, I put a towel on the bottom of a dolly, and I dollied this in. And basically, I didn't really have to do any lifting other than to put this on the dolly and take it off. And then when I actually performed the gig, 2.5 hours worth, after the first couple of minutes, I mean, I was amazed the first couple of minutes at how well this played, but after that, between this and a fully weighted board, I was already adjusted or acclimated to it. And it really pulled it off for me. So that's why I'm doing this video, to convey to you that this board actually substituted for a fully weighted board, and it did so well that I pulled off a 2.5 hour piano gig with it, no problem. So listen to this. That's just one of the pianos. The other one is more like a mono piano. And again, I had to reconsider everything that this board does. At 13.2 pounds, I've got two different pianos. The first one you heard, nice stereo, good for a solo piano gig. The second one, more kind of monophonic and perfect for cutting through on a mix if you're playing a gig with a band. And then you have the rest of the sounds. You have the electric pianos, two of them, a harpsichord, a pipe organ, an electric organ, and strings. Pipe organ. Well, anyway, you get the idea. And it just did so well for the piano. And I'm thinking, 13.2 pounds, I'm getting older. I'm always looking for something lighter at this stage of my life. This has actually become the keyboard that I would look to actually even do a band gig with, as long as I can use it for any of the built-in instruments, which are basically the bread and butter instruments that most keyboardists use when they're gigging with a band. So, just to come back to this from 2 years ago, I was really impressed. This has helped me out in a heartbeat, and I am now seriously considering using this with my band gigs, as opposed to bringing along these boards that weigh, right around plus or minus 30 pounds. The Casio Privia PX560 that I've used for a long time weighs almost 27 pounds, 26 and a half pounds. The Roland RD88 is just under 30 pounds. And there's other keyboards that are right all around the 30-pound weight limit right there. But this one at 13.2 pounds, doing everything that I thought it could do well, really surprised me, and it exceeded my expectations. Usually when you go to a semi-weighted board like this, if you're a pianist, just basically barely even touching an adjacent key, it's going to make it sound. Not so with this. And to make it even more like a weighted piano, basically you put this in hard mode. There's basically light, normal, and hard. You put this in hard and you won't notice that much of a difference between this and a fully weighted keyboard, the way it performs. It'll feel different, that's for sure, but it will perform just the same. So that's why I wanted to come back and make this video for you today, because this, at currently $349 US, you really can't beat it. And I am so glad that I still saved it, because it saved me on this gig. So for more information of that, I'm going to put a link in the description to the full review that I did of this a while back. And I'll put a couple of links so you can get this if you decide to on Amazon or B&H or whatever. And really, I can't emphasize enough how this has really saved me. Once I've done that procedure, that oral procedure, couldn't lift anything, and this really did it for me. Piano Man Chuck, peace out. Thanks for watching.